On this night, Tamara McLeod sat across from detectives and claimed confusion. When asked,
"Do you know why you were here tonight?"
No, I do not. I've been asking questions repeatedly.
Nobody's told you anything?
Anything.
Okay.
calm, defensive, uncertain. At first, her story leaned on fog, rented cars, borrowed phones, unnamed friends. But then the detective shifted gears. He looked at her and said,
"I don't believe that the intent was to kill somebody. I don't think you meant to do it."
not an accusation, an invitation. Later, when the pressure mounted, she asked,
"Sir, is this me on camera?"
and then, almost quietly,
If you don't have
Yeah,
footage,
yes, it is. It is.
it's my face.
Yes.
My face is on this camera.
that was the crack. From there, the detective narrowed her world to two choices.
Either you intentionally meant to kill this person, or things got out of control.
This is psychological framing at work, forcing the suspect to abandon denial and choose the least damaging version of guilt. Tamara believed her shifting timeline would protect her. She didn't expect science, cameras, and her own words to collapse it. But the pertinent questions are who this evil woman is and what happened on that night. Thanks to the law enforcement agency for providing me the footage of this case.
Don't you fucking move! 88!
The cops aggressively arrested her. All bystanders were shocked what her crime could have been. The story started. On the night of January 1st, 2022, just after 6 p.m., cold winter air hung over Cleveland, Ohio. Snow from earlier in the day had melted into damp pavement, and streetlights reflected off parked cars in a quiet apartment complex parking lot. Off-duty police officer Shane Bartek had just finished a shift and was walking toward his vehicle after visiting a friend. At the same time, 18-year-old Tamara McLeod was moving through the area, carrying a revolver she had recently obtained. She had been drinking earlier and was searching for transportation after being dropped off by friends. Seeing Bartek alone, she approached him and demanded his keys. A brief struggle followed. Witnesses later reported hearing a gunshot. Bartek was struck and collapsed in the parking lot. McLeod ran to his car, grabbed his phone and keys, and drove away. Within minutes, surveillance cameras tracked the stolen vehicle. After a high-speed chase through multiple suburbs, police arrested McLeod.
Don't you fucking move! 88!
Watch.
88 in the door! 88 in the door! 88 in the door!
Comfort. Calm down.
88 in the door!
Calm down, ma'am. Settle down.
I'm settled. Please.
Settle down. Stop pulling up.
Please.
Hey, somebody get us a car over here. We got her in custody.
Please. I'm not doing anything.
Stop
Please.
pushing against.
Stop pulling. Stop pulling.
Stop moving.
Firearm recovered as well.
I didn't even do that. What's wrong?
Hey, you got her? Hey,
Relax.
No, you relax. Y'all both relax. I don't give a fuck about y'all doing that. That was just me.
Okay.
I don't got no words or nothing. I'm very clear.
Okay.
No, you
will
shut the
go to
fuck
jail.
up. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Why do you
Lower your tone. Relax. I ain't the one. Lower your fucking tone.
Lord, my son, I didn't even do nothing.
Go over here.
Like, y'all look, whoever the fuck that is, y'all don't say shit to me. I know I don't got no words or nothing. Okay.
Take her purse off, too.
Y'all ain't doing it.
Listen.
Yeah, take it off.
Listen.
Like,
I
y'all
will determine if you go to jail, so you better shut your
why y'all
mouth.
putting up with guns on me?
Shut your mouth.
Go through
Hey,
it.
am I clear? You will go to jail.
We
Trust
ain't
me.
do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I won't go to jail. I know it. I bet you.
Yeah, okay.
What did you talking about? You ain't
Bet you go to jail now.
I got no warrants, no nothing.
I don't give a fuck.
You don't know my name right now. I don't care about
I don't
that. You talking
care.
about my daddy's a lawyer. I don't care about that.
Oh, nice.
Yes, nice. Very nice.
Real nice.
Yeah, right in this bitch. I know I don't got
Yeah.
no warrants. Find out my name first.
Investigators recovered the gun, clothing, and forensic evidence linking her to the scene. Later that night, she was interrogated, and today we will look into the psychological aspects of this case.
How are you, man? I'm all right. My name's Mike, Detective Leg. His name Mike is fine. My partner Steve's going to come in. A second, okay? Birch.
Okay.
If you don't mind, actually, you guys need tobacco.
Tobacco? Cigarette?
I'm sure somebody's got a cigarette they can bring in for us.
Some water. You shouldn't smoke. That's bad.
Tell me about it.
All right. This is Steve, Detective Loomis. I'm Mike. I'm just going to get your basic information, your name, your date of birth, and stuff like that.
The interrogation begins with casual conversation about cigarettes, water, and basic identification. This is not simple politeness. By creating a relaxed, cooperative atmosphere, detectives reduce Tamara's perception of threat. According to effect as information theory, people use their emotional state as a cue for judgment. When the environment feels calm, suspects interpret the situation as less dangerous and become more willing to talk. This emotional soft entry lowers defensive barriers before any accusation is introduced.
What's your first name?
Tamara McElroy.
How do you spell your first name?
T-A-M-A-R-A.
And your last name?
McElroy, M-C-L-O-Y-D.
L-O-Y-D. Do you have a middle initial name?
Unique.
How old are you, man?
18.
Keep going, whatever. Move forward here. In your last name is pronounced McLeod? McLeod.
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss McLeod. Do you have a current phone number?
I just changed a couple of numbers. You know, my phone broke yesterday, so I had to bring one for a couple of numbers.
What's the last?
The phones that was in the car? No? Whose phones were those in the car?
What about Rudolph? It's not my vehicle, so who does?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to advise you your rights real quick, okay?
Yes, sir.
Detectives first ask harmless questions: name, age, phone number, then slowly move toward more serious topics like the car and her movements. Once Tamara has already complied with small requests, psychological pressure builds to remain consistent. The foot in the door technique shows that people who agree to minor disclosures are more likely to comply with major ones later. By the time serious allegations appear, she is already in a pattern of cooperation.
Do you know why you are here tonight?
No, I do not. I've been asking questions repeatedly.
Nobody's told you anything?
Anything.
Okay. So, it was an unfortunate incident that took place, okay? So, before we get into it, you know, there's always two sides to every story.
Right.
All we're trying to do is get to the truth.
Yes.
So, somewhere in between these lines is where the truth lies.
Yes.
There are defining moments in our lives, too.
Yes.
Okay? This is one of those defining moments in your life.
Yes.
Okay. There was a vehicle, a Mazda, that you gave to somebody this evening. Okay. The CX-5.
I gave it to somebody?
Yeah, the black one.
Right.
So you remember that car?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. Where did you get that at?
Somebody, you know, I rent a lot of cars for friends and stuff.
Where did you rent it at?
My friend, I tell him, I want to drive and I pay him weekly.
Who's your friend?
His name is Sid.
Sid?
Yeah.
Cedric?
Yes.
Where did Cedric give you the car?
He gave me the car on 105 in St. Clair.
105 in St. Clair?
Yes.
And Cedric gave you that car?
Yes.
Is that your brother? What's your
Just
brother's
a friend.
What's your brother's name?
My brother name is Terrence.
Terrence?
Terrence Fletcher.
Is he still? You said was.
No, he's incarcerated. Yeah.
Got it.
He's incarcerated.
So what's
Cedric's your friend?
Yeah.
what's his last name?
My brother?
No, Cedric.
I don't really know Cedric's last name. Like I say, it's a renting thing. I rent his place and I rent cars and stuff from him and his friends and stuff, And then like, let's boost this.
All right. So when did you rent the Mazda from?
I was supposed to get it tonight, but they said that they needed it back or whatever, so I hopped in with my friends.
Throughout the interview, detectives repeatedly asked Tamara to recount events in sequence: where she went, when she arrived, who she met. This forces her to hold multiple details in working memory while maintaining internal consistency. Cognitive load theory explains that mental resources are limited. As the narrative becomes complex, maintaining deception becomes increasingly difficult, increasing the chance of mistakes and contradictions.
You said you had the Mazda.
Right, and then,
So when did you first get it?
I got the Mazda around about 7, 8, but they called me right back and said that they needed it, they wanted to get some stuff out the trunk of the car. So I'm like, whatever, cool. It's New Year's.
Who's they?
He was with his friends. Like I said, I know Said by Cedric Said. He was with a group of guys. I can't really tell you their names or nothing like that. But yeah, they all hang together. It's like
where are they at?
To be honest with you, they're like mental health people. So they all really hang like bus stops, with the public libraries. They're not really like mentally stable,
So, is it Tamara or Tamara? Tamara. Remember when I was talking about one of those defining moments in our lives?
Yes.
It's very important for you right now to be completely honest.
Yes, sir.
With us about this situation. Because I'm going to lay it out for you, okay?
Can you please lay it out?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to. So, at about 6:15 yesterday morning, a gentleman was walking in his vehicle. And he was approached by somebody who pulled a gun on him. And that person robbed him of his car. But not only did they rob him of his car, but they shot him with the revolver that they had and killed him.
Are we serious?
Do I look like I'm not being serious?
So that's why we're here.
Wow.
So it's important for you to get out in front of this.
Right, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
This is one of those moments in your life that
hell yeah, this is fucking important. Yeah.
When detectives abruptly reveal that the incident involved a murder and a police officer, they induce acute psychological stress. Under high stress, reasoning ability declines and emotional reactions dominate. Research on stress-induced performance degradation shows that sudden threat impairs logical thinking. This moment destabilizes Tamara emotionally, making her more vulnerable to suggestion and pressure.
I be with my guys and shit. I don't know what the fuck they be into.
Yeah. So we arrested somebody that was in that car.
Mm-hmm.
Big long chase.
Big long chase.
Right.
110 miles an hour. Through 5 or 6 suburbs, a couple counties. Guy ended up crashing down off Euchre Lakeshore Boulevard.
260 Lakeshore. Out there. You ended up wrecking that. But we got it. And he came in and laid the whole thing out. Told us everything.
Right. Told you guys like what?
He told us everything. So here's what I'm going to ask.
Yes.
Okay. That person that was robbed and killed.
Hey, there's an officer down here waiting.
The Cleveland police officer. So you need to get out in front of this. Look at my face.
I'm looking at you, sir.
You need to get out in front of this, okay? Because you're in a tough spot. And right now, you need to help yourself.
Yes.
If this is something that just got out of control and you didn't mean for it to go as far as it did,
right.
I will believe that, because I don't believe that the intent was to kill somebody. I believe the intent was to take somebody's vehicle because maybe that's what you do. I don't know. I don't know you from Eve. I've never met you before in my life.
Yes, listen.
Hold on. Before you open your mouth and say something, I want you to think long and hard about what you're about to say.
Listen, sir. I don't know what's going on. I'm not the picture perfect type of female. I have a background and I'm on probation and everything for stuff. The one thing I'm not about is killing no officer.
Yeah, I don't think you meant to do it.
I don't know what you like. You keep saying me, sir. I rent cars and stuff from people. Now it's New Year's. That car, the gun, and everything. I got it to shoot. To try to be in style.
Well, he was shot with a revolver. Okay.
Listen, sir.
I don't think you meant for this to happen.
Listen, I rent everything literally from them guys. Cars, clothes.
The detective repeatedly tells Tamara, "I don't think you meant to kill him." This frames her potential guilt as accidental rather than malicious. Self-concept maintenance theory holds that people try to preserve a positive self-image. By offering her a morally softer version of events, detectives create a psychologically acceptable path toward admission. Confessing becomes compatible with seeing herself as a good person who made a mistake.
That gun is not mine.
How do you rent it? What do you use to rent it?
Money. They get for
Where
money.
do you work?
I don't work anywhere, sir.
So where do you get your money?
I landscape and paint houses on the side.
So you work.
Yeah, basically, but it's not like no W2
Well, you
or
still
anything.
work.
Yeah, but it's nothing like major. It's
Let me
something to
ask you
take care
this.
of myself.
Do you know how many cameras there are in the city? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how many surveillance cameras on buildings, apartment buildings, really good ones, too? It's not like the old junky ones where it's just a phase and you can't tell what's going on.
So what are you guys telling me? You have me on camera killing a police officer?
I just want you to understand
Just listen.
where we're at.
Yes.
Okay? I cannot go out this door and get to my house without being on 15 cameras. Clearly.
Yes.
That's a minimum.
Clearly. All right? Now I'm going to tell you something else. You ever heard of the Real-Time Crime Center? Those are cameras that the city of Cleveland puts up that have people watching them all the time.
So you guys are telling me you have me on camera robbing and killing a police officer?
Listen. Let's just throw out the police officer aspect.
Anything.
Okay.
You guys have me on camera. I understand, yes.
Detectives emphasize cameras, real-time monitoring, and surveillance networks, suggesting that everything has already been seen. Even before showing proof, they speak with certainty. Illusion of transparency bias causes individuals to overestimate how visible their actions are to others. As Tamara begins to believe she has been fully observed, resistance feels futile, encouraging resignation.
Yes, I got this shit from these guys. It's the new year. The fucking cars, the gun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a go. They like, fuck it, sure. I do this on the regular. My family sure having custody.
So you got the guns in the car from people that you don't know the name of?
Right.
Listen, you got to do better than that, kiddo.
Sir, I don't even know the guy you have in custody. I don't know his name.
Well, he knew yours.
Yeah, he's a friend of Sid's. I read Sid's apartment.
Well, how do you know who he is then?
No, I don't. That's the Sid friend.
How do you know who had the car?
You have no idea.
Listen, I got the car from them.
From who?
Sid and his friends.
Well, then how did his friend get back into it?
They asked me to get something out of the trunk of one of the cars I had. That's why y'all see all the keys.
Where did that happen?
This happened all over.
Listen, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm willing to work for you. You tell me where this happened, where this trunk thing happened, and we'll go investigate that. And we'll go prove one way or the other with the cameras down there. But understand this. We're going to get to the truth. Everything that you tell us, we're going to check out.
Yes.
All right?
It's a lot of cars involved. I was supposed to rent a car. I don't even have any cash on me because I actually paid my money. I even gave my friend up in the truck having custody. We hopped in with each other to go bar hopping. Mm-hmm. I get cars from Sid and his friends all the time.
So the two other girls that are here were in that car with you?
No.
Right. So let's get back to. You're losing me, or you're trying to confuse me. I'm an old guy.
Sir, you guys are confusing me. Shit.
I'm not trying to.
Yes.
All right.
Rather than immediately challenging inconsistencies, detectives allow Tamara to speak freely. As she adds details, contradictions naturally emerge about phones, cars, and timelines. Humans experience psychological discomfort when their statements conflict. known as consistency pressure. Once contradictions appear, suspects often attempt to repair them by revealing more information, deepening self-incrimination.
Did you get that card?
I got that card from said's friend.
When?
It was about 7, 8 o'clock. He sent me, it was on fucking Quincy.
Quincy?
Yes.
Quincy and what? Quincy's a big street.
Like 60th, on one of the one-way side streets. And then he called me back and said he had something in the trunk, but I had already had to quarrel with my friends. Mm-hmm. We went to a bar from fucking...
Where these two friends came and picked you up?
Yeah.
From where?
Diane picked me up from Josephine's.
From Josephine's?
It's the bar on 79.
I know where it is.
Yeah. It's the bar.
Diane, is that her name?
Yes.
Okay. What time were you there?
Like I say, around after 7 o'clock, I really jumped out. I came outside. Supposed to link up, go to some bars, go to a couple after hours, but I ended up not driving because I hopped in for her. We were drinking the Jack Daniels. Mm-hmm. And she used to ask me to drive her car like I'm drunk,
What kind of car she had?
That blue Honda.
The one that
Yeah.
The one that got shot on?
Yeah. Okay. And like I said, we were just shooting guns in the projects. Yeah. Because it was New Year's,
You're shooting the guns that were in the car in the projects?
Yeah.
How many times did you shoot them?
Twice.
Twice?
Yes.
So, you met him down at Quincy?
Yes.
Correct? How did you get to Quincy?
I got to Quincy because I had Diane car.
What kind of car was that?
Her blue Honda.
Blue Honda.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one you were in?
Yes.
This evening?
Yes.
You weren't in a different car?
No.
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay. So, that's when you got the Mazda.
Right.
But where did you go?
I had went literally around the corner, like spent the bin. I was finna go to my little apartment and change my clothes and stuff. Because, I wanted to go out. He called me back, and I never seen him again. I've been texting him and shit. He said he needed something out the trunk, but like I said, I go in at a certain time.
All right, so let's just back up.
Once Tamara provides specific times and locations, detectives repeatedly return to them. These details become psychological anchors. The anchoring effect means initial information strongly influences later thinking. By locking her into early claims, detectives make later contradictions more damaging. She becomes trapped by her own earlier statements.
Listen, I want to explain something to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
I want you to listen to me carefully. How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
You're 18 years old.
You any kids?
No.
No? Okay.
We've been doing this a long time.
Yes, sir.
All right. We've never met, right?
Yes.
I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know what kind of person you are. But I want to explain to you the difference between something that just got out of hand and went south and you didn't mean for it to happen, as opposed to intentionally doing what occurred. Because one potentially carries the death penalty, as opposed to the other saying, listen, I didn't mean for that to happen. I panicked. Things got out of control.
When the detective discusses the difference between accidental killing and intentional murder, even mentioning the death penalty, he is reshaping how Tamara evaluates risk. Prospect theory shows that people facing severe losses become more willing to take risks to avoid worst-case outcomes. Here, risk means admitting partial guilt in hopes of avoiding maximum punishment. Fear narrows her choices to the least damaging option.
Listen, sir.
You listen to me for a minute, okay? You're 18 years old. You've got your whole life to think of. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Do you want to spend the rest of your living days
No.
behind bars?
No.
Do you ever want an opportunity to walk these streets again?
Yes.
Then what you need to do is you need to come to grips with what happened tonight. You understand me?
Yes.
Listen,
sir.
you need to come to grips with what took place tonight.
Listen.
Be it an accident, I don't think you intended to kill him.
Listen, sir, was I on camera killing anybody today? I have a lot of Jack Daniels in me and whiskey and shit, but listen.
Listen, you know what you just said to me a minute ago? You just said that you bent the corner and he started blowing you up, and that was the last time you seen him. You didn't see him again.
The detective repeatedly references her age, future, and potential life outside prison. Possible selves theory explains that people are motivated by visions of who they might become. By contrasting life behind bars with walking free someday, detectives activate fear of a negative future and hope for a better one. Cooperation becomes linked to survival and identity preservation.
Yes.
And then you told us those phones in the car aren't yours. So how's they blowing you up?
Because I have my friend phone.
Which friend?
Diane. They're telling me that he's
So Diane's phone is one of those phones we got out of that car?
Maybe, because she has her phone, yeah.
Okay.
Like I
So
said,
we're going to see calls from your boy calling you, blowing you up at 7 o'clock at night.
No, listen, that's not my phone. My roommates, listen, let me tell you all the story.
Please.
When I got this Mazda, I planned out to go out. I don't know what, I met these guys because they said they wanted me to rent their car. They needed the money. Okay? I seen the revolver. I asked them, I said, well, shit, let me get it. You know how people are. I wanted to shoot a gun for New Year's. Like I said, I'm on camera for shooting the man. Like, I'm confused for today.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there were 2 cameras on that building in the back of that parking lot.
Actually 4.
And it shows my face. Okay. It shows my face.
It shows the gentleman getting shot. It shows somebody running, grabbing his keys off the roof of a car. It shows you running to the back of the parking lot, hitting the button, opening the car, getting in the car, driving right straight towards the cameras, and then out the parking lot. Right? So before you're digging, man, and I don't want you to dig.
And it's me.
Don't dig yourself into a death penalty.
All right?
The interview oscillates between understanding, I believe you didn't mean it, and pressure, don't bury yourself into a death penalty case. Emotional contrast effect shows that alternating comfort and threat intensifies emotional impact. Relief becomes associated with compliance, while resistance becomes associated with distress. Over time, the suspect learns that cooperation is the only way to stabilize emotionally.
Let me tell you this.
Don't do that.
That gentleman was shot with a revolver.
And yes,
the bullet is still in him. So we are going to have the bullet.
Yes.
Is that going to match the bullet that comes out of that one of those guns that we got out of your car? The car that you were in?
Listen, like I said.
Is it?
Maybe.
Yep. Maybe.
This not my gun. Shit, I just got the motherfucker tonight.
What do you mean it's not your gun?
It's not. Can't buy guns or anything. I'm 18 years old.
Where'd you get the gun from?
I got it from Sid Freedom who got caught with the car. We traded everything.
Well, why would you give you his gun?
I asked him to shoot it on New Year's. I told you guys, they're like easily manipulated. Shit, I asked him. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know nobody.
You asked Cedric that?
Yes.
That's Cedric's?
That's Cedric's friend.
So
he let you take it. He let you take that gun was in the black truck.
No, I don't know where he got the gun from.
Where'd you get it from?
I have it from him. Do y'all tell me where the fucking gun from?
I'm just asking. When I'm not trying to confuse you
or
trick you. All right, I'm not trying to trick you. I want to know where you were physically in the world when he handed you that gun and said, "Yeah, go ahead and shoot for news."
We was on 134th and Kent.
134th and Kent.
Yes.
In what car?
I was at Diane's green car.
Diane's green
car.
The car you got arrested in?
No, that's a blue Honda. Like I told you, I was renting cars for today.
Okay, so you're in. Well, that was Diane's blue Honda, you told us.
Yeah, it is. She has 2 cars.
She's got 2 cars?
Yeah.
So it's Diane's green.
As the interview progresses, questions repeat in different forms. Same locations, same cars, same times. Decision fatigue theory holds that prolonged mental effort reduces self-control. Over time, Tamara's ability to manage her story weakens. Tired minds default to simpler.
Like I say, me 40th, right? They made me young Quincy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see the keys I had in my I didn't have no Mazda keys. He gave me a blue Volkswagen Jetta and I had a green Nissan Altima.
That's what he said. That's what he said. You traded him you gave him the car.
That is the one he wanted me to rent.
They gave you the blue car. You gave him the Mazda.
Listen, I came out of the green car to get in the blue Jetta. Like that Mazda, like I never drove this Mazda.
You just told
you just said you did.
Listen, one time though, like.
Well, you drove it then.
But like, I didn't drive it from no. Where did this man even get shot at? Like on 40th. Like, this is a bit much.
Let me explain to you about touch DNA. Okay?
Yes, please.
All right. And we're going to ask you to submit to a DNA sample voluntarily if you want. If not, we're going to get a search warrant. We'll get it from you. Okay, so we're going to get your DNA one way or the other. And I'm not, I'm just telling you that's going to happen.
So my DNA is on this man.
Near the end, detectives introduce DNA, ballistic matching, and touch evidence. Even without presenting results, they emphasize scientific certainty. Authority bias causes people to trust perceived experts in technical systems. For Tamara, forensic science appears objective and unstoppable, reinforcing the belief that denial is pointless and confession is the only remaining option.
We're going to find out. We'll find out if your DNA is in the car.
Yes, I was in that
if that
car.
DNA is in that gun.
Yes, I just shot that gun in the projects. Me and my friend both.
And there was a struggle between the victim and
a struggle. I'm 5'3", a woman at that. I can't struggle with nobody. Like I told the officer, you kicking my ass and shit. I'm intoxicated and shit. It's nothing I can do.
Maybe we're not saying that you physically attacked this guy. Maybe he was trying to disarm you. Maybe he was trying to grab that gun away from you, and you got away. And when you pulled away, the gun went off. That's what we're trying to tell you. We don't think that you went up there to kill that guy and take his shit.
I don't think that's what you did.
All right? We think you went up there to rob that guy. And he came after you to get the gun out of your hand because you're a 5'4" female.
Detectives repeatedly suggest scenarios where the shooting happened during a struggle. Attribution theory explains how people assign causes to behavior. By offering situational explanations instead of personal blame, detectives encourage Tamara to reinterpret her actions as circumstantial. This lowers psychological resistance to admitting involvement.
By the way, is the exact same height. The exact same height. You know how we found that out? Because we measured how tall the minivan was that you guys were next to. And the person that did this, you, was exactly 5'4" to 5'3" inches, according to that solid object. All right, you ever see the convenience stores got the tape?
Yes.
Right? All we got to do is measure that minivan that was there and see how tall it was, and then with the picture, see how tall you were, as opposed to how tall he was.
So can you guys tell me what's going on?
So, well, we're trying to find out what's going on. You didn't try to kill him. You didn't go up there to kill him, right? You went up there to rob him, and it went bad.
Drove cars, grabbed some guns.
The robbery went bad. You got in his car. You drove away. We didn't just pick your name out of a hat. Somebody led us to this. Some evidence led us to this. The videos led us to this. You got a gun that's a pistol. We didn't find any shell casings on the scene up there.
By explaining how her height was calculated using the van and nearby objects, detectives transformed abstract accusations into physical facts. Embodied cognition theory holds that people process information more deeply when it is tied to bodily experience. Linking Tamara's body measurements to the crime scene made the allegation feel concrete and unavoidable. Instead of debating stories, she was now confronted with evidence tied directly to her physical presence.
Our boy was shot, and the bullet still in him.
I don't even think you knew that you hit him, to be honest with you.
Probably not.
I think, honestly, I think you thought you scared him because he took off running one direction. You took off running in the opposite direction towards his car. I don't even think you knew that you shot him. I really don't.
Sir, is this me on camera? Like, do y'all have
Yeah,
any footage?
yes, it is.
It is.
It's my face.
Yes.
My face is on this camera.
You know what's more important than having your face on camera? Is your DNA. Is that red van that he was talking about that we measured to get your height off of? That van that you fell into when he reached for the gun and that little struggle started to take place? If I touch that right there, my DNA is right there. Those crime scene guys can come in here, swab this right here, and guess what? There's no denying my DNA. You can't replicate it. You can't say it wasn't me.
We can get DNA off of his clothes. How are you going to explain that?
When the detective demonstrated how DNA transfers by touching objects, he made forensic evidence feel personally owned by her body. Psychological ownership theory suggests that people feel stronger emotional reactions toward things connected to themselves. By framing DNA as something she left behind, detectives increased her sense of personal responsibility and reduced emotional distance from the crime.
So it either goes one of two ways, okay? Either you intentionally meant to kill this person, or things got out of control. You didn't mean for the gun to go off, and you didn't even know you shot him until you're sitting down here. You understand what I'm saying? Do you see the difference in those scenarios? You understand? You don't want to put yourself in this first scenario, okay? Because that's just a really bad scenario to be in. The second one is more plausible. The second one is what I believe took place. Because listen, we've sat across from people. You do not come across as the type of person that would intentionally set out to kill somebody. No. And I think it was just an accident.
The detective repeatedly presented only two options: intentional murder or accidental shooting. Decision psychology shows that when choices are artificially narrowed, individuals feel forced to select the least harmful option. This false dilemma eliminated alternative explanations, steering Tamara toward partial admission as the only psychologically tolerable choice.
So is that what happened? It just got out of control. And I'm sorry that happened to you.
Sorry, it happened to you.
I don't believe that you meant to do it. I don't even think you probably didn't know until the police stopped you that he was getting shot. Did you?
No.
So what happened?
My friends left me over there. He got charged.
These girls?
No, some other girls.
You just needed a ride home.
I don't know, I was in North State. No one really gave me no ride.
Mm-hmm.
This is like life in fucking prison.
This is what we were trying to talk to you about. The difference between what your intent was. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry?
It was that blood to kill that nigga.
So what happened? What led up to that? Besides your friends not dropping you off. You needed a ride. You see him come up walking out into the parking lot. You just wanted to jack him. You wanted to get his keys.
Just walk us through it.
Yes.
What did you say?
I don't remember what I said to
You told him
him.
to take his shoes off?
Once she accepted the accident framing, detectives asked her to reconstruct the event in detail. Narrative identity theory explains that people define themselves through personal stories. By turning Tamara into the narrator of the crime, detectives encouraged her to internalize responsibility and see the event as part of her own life narrative rather than something external.
What was going on? What was being said?
I was scared because I really don't remember. I was just up it. The city was a bad. I know I can't think of that. I didn't mean to kill one of them. This shit is like embarrassing. Like, oh, this shit probably go on fucking news. This shit
Listen,
is like,
you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, don't even worry about that.
I'm about to spend the rest of my life in prison.
Not
The rest of my life. This shit is, you know, black persecutor, police officer.
It has nothing to
They
do
have
with
black and white. Nothing.
it. It has nothing to do with that. Did he tell you he was a police officer? Did he say, what are you doing? I'm the police?
All right, so how would you know?
What did he say to you?
I didn't say, I don't remember. I just was trying to get the keys.
Where were the keys?
I think he had them to me.
He handed them to you.
So when you were running back to his vehicle, what did you drop? You had to turn around and go back to there.
His phone
His phone? Where's his phone?
should be in that car.
Should be in the car. The black car.
By persistently asking about streets, intersections, and travel routes, detectives forced Tamara to build a detailed mental map. Spatial memory encoding theory shows that location-based memories are harder to fabricate consistently. As the map became more detailed, her ability to invent alternative versions diminished, tightening cognitive control.
Listen, Detective Loomis had made mention about asking you to submit to a DNA swab. Now, you have a constitutional right to refuse that, which is your right, or you can. I mean, we'll come back tomorrow with a search warrant for it if you don't give us permission. So it's your choice, either way, okay?
You guys know. The fucking called my mother one time.
We'll take care of that.
You know what? I will let you do that before we part ways.
Okay. Are you willing to give us a DNA sample?
Plus my DNA is already on the system. I've been probation for the
Yeah, but we can't use all of that. Legally, we're not allowed to use anything like that. We have to use our own samples. Okay?
Shit is life is man. Fucking life.
You want another cigarette?
Please.
All right, let me get you another cigarette. Deep breath. All right, and this, you can read it, right? All right, so this is just consent to obtain specimens. If you want to consent, you don't have to. It just says, I, your name, having been informed of my constitutional right, which I did advise you of, not to have any specimens taken from my person without a judicial order, which would be the search warrant, and of my rights to refuse to consent to such hereby authorized, and it's just our names. And this is going to be to obtain saliva, okay, from your person, okay?
Presenting the DNA consent form as routine paperwork invoked social norms theory, which holds that people tend to follow perceived standard behavior. Signing became the normal response, while refusal implied deviance. This social pressure nudged her toward cooperation without overt coercion.
And if you consent, you sign and date it there.
Where did you change clothes at?
In the apartment.
Whose?
The apartment.
Where over on?
Yeah, but you know, man, said changing like the clothes and shit with each other.
That's Sed's apartment?
Yeah.
We're over on the second floor?
Yeah.
Euclid Superior over there? What apartment number is it? 310. Okay.
1/1/2022.
Is he home?
I'm not sure.
So you know that we'll be able to call him that you're getting arrested? Does he know that you're jacked up? No. Now, what's your relationship with this? Is this guy your man, or
I told you, really like a
just,
friend.
just like
I met him through my cousin and shit, but my cousin's in jail right now. And when I needed to rent his apartment, he let me. I said I rent a lot of shit.
that one on Superior Euclid? 310, right?
Is that by the old, behind the old White Castle?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
I know where that's at. Is that White Castle? That's not.
It
still
used to
over.
be. Back.
Yeah, it's going back a ways.
So, going to prison for the rest of my life.
No, I wouldn't say the rest of your life. I wouldn't do that. I mean, you got to understand something. All we are presenters of facts, okay? That's it. We're not here to judge you. I still don't judge you, okay? That's, what happens from here on out is up to your attorneys and the courts, okay? It's out of our hands once it goes to that. We have no further involvement, okay? We don't have a say as to what the punishment is or anything like that, okay? That's what people need. I think people have a misconception sometimes.
Yeah, that's
because
TV.
That's, yeah.
I have to wonder, like, this shit is high profile.
So listen.
When detectives emphasized that they were not judging, they reduced her fear of moral condemnation. Unconditional positive regard theory suggests that people are more open and honest when they feel accepted. This perceived emotional safety encouraged continued disclosure rather than withdrawal.
When we talk to the prosecutor, we are going to tell the prosecutor that you're obviously remorseful, that you're cooperative. Huh?
It's leaking. It has a hole.
Oh, I didn't do that.
That's why I was worried about your paper.
I didn't do that on purpose. I don't know why it's got a hole. But we're going to tell the prosecutor that you were cooperative with us, and that, obviously you're remorseful. I don't think that you're acting right now.
It's not like that,
I know. Come on in.
I'm just going to swab the inside of your cheek, okay? And then you swab both sides of your cheeks. Just take a second.
That's an address of that part.
Okay. So you know Cedric if you saw him, right?
Mm-hmm.
That him?
No.
It's not him?
No.
Who's that?
I don't know who the hell that is.
Okay. Fair enough.
No,
Fair enough.
that nigga old as hell. I never.
How old is that?
Shit is young, maybe about 22, 23.
What's he look like?
Maybe 5'9", 10.
So, can I say anything to you that we can, maybe tell us why?
What I said.
No, the victim. Did you see anything at all?
Did you try to talk to Harvey?
By suggesting they would tell prosecutors about her cooperation, detectives activated expectancy theory, which links effort to anticipated reward. Tamara was encouraged to believe that honesty now could improve her future outcome. This transformed cooperation into an investment strategy.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm not here to judge you. That's not my job.
I'm sorry, man.
And I believe you. I believe you.
Especially, Cleveland police officer.
Well,
I'm not
anybody
no racist.
for that.
Anybody.
Anybody.
This shit looks bogus. I'm not no racist protest bitch. You're right. Any of that. Like that shit.
There's some bad stuff that goes on. Who dropped you off? Okay. Was it the girls? No.
Once again, I was with a group of people. You don't really know the name. Shit, a lot of people don't really know about it.
But they just left you and didn't give you a ride. That's why you went looking for a car. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Do you think I will spend the rest of my life in prison?
I think that you're very, very young. I think that things got out of control, that you made some bad decisions that you're going to have to account for. I think you being honest with us about it is going to be helpful to you. The rest of your life, that's not my decision to make, but I like what's going on with you. I like that you're remorseful. I like that you're cooperating with us. You're taking responsibility for what happened. That's huge. People, you don't get that from watching first 48 TV shows and all that stuff. But people take that into consideration. Human beings take that into consideration. Prosecutors take that into consideration. Juries, judges. Okay?
When Tamara asked about life in prison, detectives avoided giving clear answers. Anxiety maintenance theory explains that unresolved fear sustains compliance. By keeping her uncertain, they preserved emotional dependence and prevented psychological closure.
So you're doing the best thing that you could do right now. All right, I'll tell you that. I promise you could call your mom. Do you want to call your mom?
Please.
This is the deal with that. And I'm going to call her on my phone, and it's got to be on speaker.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Don't get into anything crazy. You can talk to her however you want to. But I just want you to understand that it's got to be on speaker.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And then what's her number?
330.
When it's not are the shell cases still in there? Yeah. The two that were spent? Two? You didn't take any of them out, right? What's your mouse?
Allowing her to call her mother reactivated primary attachment bonds. Attachment theory shows that people become more emotionally vulnerable when thinking about caregivers. This heightened vulnerability weakened resistance and strengthened her desire to appear responsible.
Put it on speaker, okay? So hopefully what's the part this file here? Go ahead.
There's all that water.
Go ahead. Which one was it again? I'm sorry. Okay, can you put an X there and initial that for me? Oh, you write with your other hand?
Try to.
Okay. Give them this. All right. One, it's all the clothes are at that address, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What clothes?
All my clothes.
What? All your clothes? For the clothes you were wearing during this, which is what?
A jacket and some pants.
A jacket, some pants, a hoodie. What color was the jacket?
Black.
Black. Any shoes?
Yeah, said should have them on.
What is it?
Said should have them on.
You should have all your shoes. What shoes were you wearing?
Some Jordans.
Jordans. What color?
Red.
Red ones. Okay. Red Jordans. What, black jeans? Or black sweatpants?
Listing her clothes, shoes, and possessions reinforced her association with the crime scene. Self-perception theory suggests that people infer identity from behavior and circumstances. As her belongings were cataloged as evidence, she increasingly perceived herself as the perpetrator.
Got it. All right. You had a hoodie on? What color?
Black.
Black. Okay. Where did you leave those clothes?
Once again, that's my clothes are sales.
It said that, but where in the house? You know,
Ain't been so there.
so these particular clothes are all over the place? Okay. All right, here we go, okay?
Yes, sir.
What's your mom's name?
Tasha.
Tasha.
To an automated voice message system.
330-937-2670, right? Okay. What's your last name?
McLeod.
Same as yours.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message
You want to try
system.
one more time?
330.
She might not recognize my number.
I mean, you try.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
I'll leave a
When
message.
you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Ma. It's me. I'm down at the county. I guess I'll call you, when I can. Just know I'm in jail. I love you, though. And I'll see you soon.
When her call went unanswered and no allies appeared, Tamara experienced isolation. Learned helplessness theory explains that repeated lack of support reduces resistance. Feeling alone made compliance seem like the only viable path.
She doesn't know. You don't know if Cedric's home or not.
Number on it. Put a number on it.
He doesn't have a phone.
You typically at the house in and out.
Things, like I said, maybe rapid stations, areas.
Is he,
Try home and
is he,
shelter.
How do you get in? Key to the place?
Doors open.
who else would be in there?
That's me.
The only reason that we're asking is because we're going to go get those clothes. And we don't want nobody to get hurt. We don't want to get hurt. We just want to go do our thing. The next part, that's good for you. Again, under the whole, you're being honest. Sitting there.
The revolver that you had, where did that come from?
I really didn't get it from Sam's friend, though.
Which friend?
Y'all have in custody.
When did you get it from him?
About 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago.
Who do we got in custody? What's his name?
I don't know his name.
No,
I just
what
know
do you
the
call
light
him?
skinned dude. I never even called his name, actually. I say his friend, I don't really deal with him.
How do you know we got him in custody?
What you'll say he told you the whole thing. Shit.
You know what we were talking about right away. Right? As soon as I started talking.
Do you have any questions for us? I'm going to give you my card. It's her body and answer phone. She left it. I'm going to give you my card before you go over with my cell phone.
Repeated questioning about the gun's origin created mental exhaustion. The perseveration fatigue effect shows that repeated stress on the same topic weakens cognitive control. Over time, she became less able to maintain complex explanations.
Feel free to give that to your lawyer when you get one. If he wants to talk with us, we're happy to do that. He'll want to talk to the prosecutor, I'm sure. All right, and we're going to talk to the prosecutor. We're going to tell him exactly how this night went with you. Okay? We've been doing this a long time. We're not looking to throw people, put keys in there, get any extra money. We don't get nothing. We just want to get to the truth, that's all. And you helped us do that. So
somebody's life is still wrong.
I'm sorry?
I said somebody's life is still wrong. That's somebody's son's.
But it's two families that are affected. It's not only his, but yours. Okay? Because you matter too. All right?
Okay. So, did they take pictures of you? Okay. So, some officers get in to take you down over to the front. And then we'll talk to the girls. The other girls know anything about it.
They're saying they got kids, they never been in jail, especially for something so fucking crazy.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Okay. They didn't have nothing to do with it, right? When did you hook up with them?
They said they
So around 7 or 8. You went to Josephine's? Okay. And they,
You have any questions?
Okay. Keep reading it. Okay.
You get through it. Right?
By emphasizing two families and lasting harm, detectives reframed the case morally rather than legally. Moral injury theory explains how guilt intensifies when actions violate personal moral values. This increased emotional pressure toward accountability.
That's okay. And Cedric? No? Say again?
He ain't got no hair like that.
Okay. Well, just look at the face. His hair might have changed up. No? Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, last procedure here we're going to go through. Again, tangles.
Are you doing that one instead?
I think this might fit better.
Okay.
We're going to take your pants. How many shirts do you have on there? Just have a like a bra on under there.
One shirt. Like a t-shirt and a bra, or like a t-shirt and a bra? Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take both your shirts, your pants, and your shoes. Okay. Your socks.
The removal of her clothing functioned as a psychological ritual marking the end of resistance. Ritual closure theory suggests that formalized actions signal finality. This step communicated that the investigative phase was complete and that her narrative was fixed. Tamara McLeod was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of off-duty Cleveland police officer Shane Bartek in a January 2022 carjacking incident during which Bartek was shot and killed. A Cuyahoga County judge imposed a life sentence with parole eligibility decades later, meaning McLeod would not qualify for release until well into her 70s. In addition to the murder conviction, she was also found guilty of multiple robbery and related charges for crimes occurring in the weeks before Bartek's death. Prosecutors chose not to pursue the death penalty, in part due to the victim's family's wishes, instead ensuring an extensive prison term that reflects both the severity of the homicide and her broader criminal conduct. The sentence reflects the prosecution's success in tying her courtroom admissions and evidence to legally required elements of violent felony charges.